What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
What the f happened?
What just happened? I'm Dan. That's Julia. And today we're talking Yellowjackets Season 2, Episode 6 called Qui. Jules, before we get into it, a couple things we have to say to everybody. So we did get 100 likes last video. So we're going to do a live stream. Live stream Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk Yellowjackets Season 2 and then like whatever. If you guys want to talk about whatever, we're here to answer all your questions. So that'll be fun. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
I'm excited.
Me too. We haven't done a live stream in like a couple weeks now. It's like 3 weeks now. And then outside of that, we're coming up on 2,000 subscribers. We're going to do a giveaway when we get there. So that's your chance to know about it now. We're going to do 3 months of Regal Unlimited, which is amazing. This is not sponsored, but I have it, Jules. It is so much fun.
You've been talking it up to me forever, and I really do need to get it myself.
It's so worth it. It's $21 a month, and you can see as many movies as you want. And if you don't know anything about it, we do have a video that explains everything, so I'll put that in the description. Check that out. But yeah, we're doing that. So once we hit 2,000 subscribers, someone's going to win 3 months of Regal Unlimited. Shout out to the new subscribers. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, check out the live stream on Wednesday. So, Yellowjackets. All right. We had a 2-week hiatus, which isn't the end of the world. Some shows go on longer breaks, but it was a little annoying, and we didn't find out about it until like the last minute last week.
I was literally freaking out. I'm like, this episode isn't posted yet. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on, but it went on a little break at the mid-season point, so we're back. Now this week, Jules, I have to just acknowledge the elephant in the room, because there's going to be a couple times when I'm going through this recap where I'm dancing around this. So I have to just say it now. The baby passes, which was brutal. It's very sad, but now that's over with. We don't have to worry about the baby starving. Like, a lot of bad things could have happened. Unfortunate situation, but she has all her friends there to help her through this time. But I have to acknowledge that now. We open up this week actually with a flashback. And how nice was it to see Ben as like a normal person, like not...
Oh my God, right?
On the brink of being eaten, and you saw how he was as a teacher, so that was cool. And you see Jeff flirting with Shauna. A lot of people think that the only reason she ever liked Jeff is because he was dating Jackie, which could be true. It was cool to see that. I kind of would like some more flashbacks, because remember last season we had like 3 timelines: crash, after crash. It's cool to see that early stuff. Hopefully we get some more of that. That'd be cool. Shauna's in labor. Now, again, we know what happens with this, but Misty was concerned. She makes a face. And right when she made that face, Jules, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this at all. And then in current time, Lottie sees Misty at her compound. She tells her what Natalie did, how she attempted to unalive herself, and why she's there, and she's not kidnapped. But then she asks Misty to stay.
Can you stay a while? What, here? No, No, it could be helpful for Natalie.
I think she has some like grandiose plan that she's cooking up on the side. Yeah, I think something's going on, but she wants her to stay. And a lot of people predicted that the group would be back together at Lottie's compound and not back in the wilderness, which they're correct about. Then the cops call up Shauna.
What's going on?
Well, that was Kevin Tan. He wants us to come down to the police station for questioning.
But it's not Jeff. Jeff thinks he would be questioned, but no, they want to talk to Callie and Shauna.
Us is actually me and Callie.
So, which is a pretty cool scene when we get to it. I like it. Back to labor. She's bleeding a lot. Misty freaks out.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
She kind of steps aside. Mouse Girl takes over with the pet mouse. And then Travis cuts his hand and starts a chain reaction of everyone doing some type of ritual. Okay.
Yeah.
And Lottie says,
The wilderness recognizes your sacrifice.
Now, see, that makes me think that we might be right when we talk about the wilderness being its own entity.
Yeah.
Because she references it like that a lot in this episode.
Yeah, she did. And I think there's something there. There was a couple people that were commenting that in the theory video that we did a couple days ago. So I'm starting to see that more as well. I'm interested with Lottie's storyline to see where that goes. That's really cool. In current time, Lottie has a therapy session. She says,
I'm not worried that I'm ill. I'm worried that I've never been ill.
And it's kind of like,
well,
yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know about that lot.
Yeah. She thinks it sent her friends to her compound to like show her something for a reason.
It's like it sent them here.
It's like, what could that reason be? Like, what is going on? That's what I mean. She has something building on the side She has some type of plan that we don't know about it. But then she goes further and it's like, all of that was real. You know, all those feelings I had back then were real. It's a part of us.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I wasn't alone thinking that at the time.
I wasn't the only one who felt it out there. It was all of us. It was a part of us.
And you could see that when they were all doing that ritual during the labor process with Shauna.
Yeah.
Everyone was buying in. It's not like it's just her. She is right about that.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone kind of felt like they had to buy into that at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
what are you gonna do? Your friend is in labor and her baby's definitely gonna die. Like,
because like even Thaisa jumped in and she was a little hesitant about this whole process to begin with. We thought we left it there, but we brought it back with us. And we had a little shades of that 2 weeks ago when Natalie was talking to Lottie, and that was like kind of the same thing going on there, the same type of conversation. So she's like remembering that and then saying this in her therapy session. But interesting. Oh man, I love the scene where the cult members get all hyped to know that Misty knows Natalie and they like want to hear her,
like, oh my
her
God.
stories. Yeah.
You know Natalie too?
That was really cool though, because like Misty, that's all Misty's like ever really wanted.
I mean, if you're done crying, I could tell you some stories.
yeah, she just wants
People to
attention.
care. Yeah. And like everybody's so interested in her at the cult. So I really like that. And then Ben gets another flashback, but this time it's with his boyfriend again. You know, not much to it outside of me wanting to say the editing was amazing for that. I really
the
liked
editing
it.
was fantastic.
Yeah, wasn't it
But
cool?
here's my thing is I'm not really sure I understand the point of his flashbacks to those moments. Like,
You know
I get
what?
he's probably just like missing home and like his old life and
Yeah.
regretting some decisions, but like I'm confused as to how that plays into the storyline.
Part of me, Jules, thinks they're doing this so that we're more sad when he dies, because he's definitely going to die.
I mean, that's possible. He's in
Yeah.
no way he's making it. They haven't talked
No.
about him at all in the current timeline, so there's no way he's making it.
Yeah, it's just we know what's going to happen. The writing's on the wall for his character. I don't know. Maybe they're just giving him some type of, light to shine to show what his life was like. But it's just going to make him more sad.
Oh,
I don't know.
absolutely.
If you guys know a point to those flashbacks, let us know in the comments. And then again, the birth is just not going well. The baby's coming out backwards. It's very bloody. The placenta is out. And that really gave me the heebie-jeebies looking at that. And
Oh, come on, Dan. It's not that bad.
yeah. It was not.
We
meant
literally
for-
watch them eat a person and it's the placenta
True.
that freaks you out.
True. Good point. Good point. But then Lottie talks to Misty,
You can still save Shauna. You can save our baby.
and Misty rises to the occasion. She jumps in to try to calm Shauna down. So that was nice. Probably my favorite scene is when Shauna and Callie get to the police station. They don't talk yet, but just seeing the face of Jay Syracusa, he's just chomping at the bit.
Shauna Sadecki. I'm Officer Syracusa. Right this way.
He's pretty sure that this is just happening so he can make the arrest. He thinks he's won. He thinks it's over with. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when they talk, which is a really cool scene. I like that scene a lot. Then Ty, earlier in the episode, she saw letters from bill collectors and she puts it together that Van's probably not doing too well.
I saw the bills in your trash. You'll lose this place if you don't do something.
And she works at a video store. They're not around anymore, so you know how that business probably goes. I miss those stores and I wish they were
Oh,
around.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you right now where I could find a VCR. Actually,
No.
that's a lie. My mom probably still has one.
Yeah, it's not going well, and she doesn't want to talk about it. Van has her walls up, and it's not just about finances. She has her walls up about everything.
Yeah.
You notice
But I
that?
feel like that's very Van. Like it seems like she was like that when she was younger too.
But at least back then, she had that bond with Thaisa, so she had more of a soft
Right.
side to her. And now she's just all rigid.
It just feels like she's going out of her way to isolate herself, you know?
Yeah, it does. And it's a shame. So hopefully she opens up now that they're all going to be together again, starting next week. We'll see. Hopefully she does open up a little bit because I'm starting to feel bad for her. It's pretty crazy timing when she says to Thaisa,
This isn't where you're supposed to be. You got any bright ideas?
because remember last week, she's like, we're not supposed to be here. And then who calls? Misty calls and tells her the situation. Hey, I'm at Lottie's compound. She's not in the mental institution like she was. She's running a wellness center. Ty's just finding out about all this. And immediately, okay, me and Van are going to come. Van doesn't really have a say in this. She's just apparently going just to drop her off, but it's going to end with her staying. Yeah. So they're going to head up there. Now we get the fake out scene. Everybody's chanting. We hear the wilderness and it hears us. And we see the delivery of the baby boy being successful, which we know it's not. But that was a nice scene in the moment. I have it written in my notes. Oh, that was nice.
It was
Turns
nice.
out
Yeah.
Turns out maybe it was just in somebody's head. But hey, I was worried. And then I had another note that said, the baby worries me. No food. It's probably Lisa, though. We had that theory and that's just gone. So, yeah. And then I got my favorite Jeff scene to date when he's out front of the police station blasting "fuck the police." That was amazing.
That was
like, okay.
Listen, it was the first time I felt like I needed to give some props to Jeff.
I needed to give him props, but then I immediately need to take them back because then what does he do?
Jeff, hi. Is Shauna there?
No, she's in the bathroom.
Oh, Shauna's in the bathroom. Like, dude, you're so bad at lying.
He's like, well, you know what happens sometimes. She might be a while.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we get it. People shit. But like,
Yeah. Oh, he's just so bad at it. But then, hey, Thaisa fills Jeff in on the whole situation. Exactly what the phone call to Misty was to Ty is now the phone call from Ty to Jeff to fill Shauna in. It's all adding up for them to all head to the same place, which is really cool. Okay, now this is the scene I was talking about. This is my favorite scene. Shauna and Callie are in questioning. Shauna's with Jay. Callie's with Kevin, which seems appropriate because I don't think it could be the other way around. Definitely not because
well, no, she even says it. She's like, you better not expect to interview my daughter alone. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, it just doesn't seem right. And then that goes even further. But Jay is just convinced. Like, he's like, I know you. Like, basically, this is what he's saying in his mind. I know you killed Adam. I just need you to say it. Like, that's basically his stance this whole time. And then Shauna does, in fact, say that she slept with Adam. She says the whole thing. She was like, I was in a marriage that wasn't working. I had a baby that I didn't want. She plays this up. Obviously, she's lying, but she's like playing this whole thing up to make it look like that she was just a bored housewife who cheated on her husband. Her daughter found out about it, was upset, so that's why this all happened.
It's just basically what you said. I'm a bored housewife.
It's just a huge misunderstanding. So,
but see, my thing is that still doesn't explain why she faked the affair with Randy.
Right.
Like, I feel like they should have been like, well, something doesn't add up here. But they were like, okay, see ya.
Yeah, it's like, why would you lie about sleeping with this guy? Like, you're exactly right. Like, there's no really talking your way out of that situation, but they didn't really press on it too much. So we'll see if that comes back. So then Jay pulls out a picture of Adam and says,
When's the last time you saw Adam Martin?
And then we see what Callie's talking about with Kevin. Mother like daughter. Wow.
He told me he loved me. But really, all he wanted was to get at my mom.
I didn't see this coming at all. I didn't think she would play this. You did?
I did.
Okay, I didn't.
As soon as Shauna said that one thing to Callie beforehand.
It honestly would have been better if you just had sex with him. None of the stuff she told him about me would be admissible. That's all I'm saying.
It wouldn't be admissible.
Yeah.
I knew immediately that she was going to pull a Shauna and like take advantage of that.
You know, I don't think Kevin bought it at all because he even said that. He's like, hey, if you're lying, like if you're lying, that's a serious charge. Then
yeah, but she was like, okay, then charge me.
Then fucking charge me. We'll see who a jury believes. Especially when they ask me to describe his weird-ass balls.
Oh my God, stop. That was my favorite line of this episode.
Yeah. It was my favorite part, seeing them all interact. Now it's going to be weird that Shauna is no longer local. She went to Lottie's compound. So how's that going to play out? I don't know. We'll see. You know, hopefully for their sake, Jeff isn't alone with anyone so he can put his foot in his mouth some more. But that might happen. Could happen. But I think Callie's good. Do you? I think she's like really handling this well.
She is. Now, I mean, I don't condone lying about things like that, but she's handling herself way better than Jeff.
Oh my God. Miles better. And you notice how every time Jeff learns something new or is faced with more adversity, he just kind of panics. Like he has like a mini panic attack and he's not calm and he can't really think right. So keep him away from the cops. I don't think that would be good at all. That's what I'm talking about here. So Shauna tells him,
I told him I was sleeping with Adam.
What? Why?
and he just like loses it. But then he kind of has a point because he noticed that Shauna still has this gun that they kept in the car. And it's like, what are you doing, dude? Come
That was
on.
so dumb. That's so dumb.
Yeah. So dumb. Yeah. Like they're all making mistakes. So then he kind of gets room to say, hey, Ty called me. They're with Lottie. Misty and Nat are there. Van's going to be there. You should go too.
I think you should go, too.
Jeff, that's ridiculous. I can't
Shauna,
just.
you need to leave.
And if
Yeah.
you're smart, you would listen to me and you would go. So he's kind of right in this scenario.
Oh, he is. He
Yeah.
is for once.
Yeah, so I'll give him credit. That's going to happen next week. And I'm very excited to see how they all interact together in current time. So we'll see.
Yeah, same.
And then we had the scene with Shauna's baby wasn't eating and then finally ate.
Can we talk about the whole Lottie feeding the baby thing? I know it wasn't real,
Oh,
but
weird. I know. Yeah.
like I
just
know you're like
strange.
trying to save this baby, but first of all, how are you lactating when you were not pregnant ever?
I don't think
You're
that's
just
how
asking
that
the
works.
wilderness to help you produce milk?
It was just a tough scene because, I did you sense at all that that's not really what was happening? Like, did you sense the baby died? Did you catch it at all?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
no way that baby was that healthy. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, with how malnourished Shauna was that entire time she was pregnant and like the lack of getting the care she needs to actually have a healthy baby, there is
Yeah.
no way in hell that she's having a healthy baby. Not a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the closing scene. Let's say this before I say what I think is the cooler bit. The baby finally eats and then she falls asleep again in her own dream. She wakes up and everyone is eating the baby. And then she wakes up again. It's like a dream within a dream. And then she realizes that the baby actually never survived. And
Yeah.
this was all in her head. Tough. Brutal way to end
It's
an episode.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad. When she was like, why can't you hear him crying? My heart shattered.
Why can't you hear him crying?
Oh my God. That's how they ended the episode. And it's just like really sour note of how you end an episode. So hopefully next week, Shauna gets a win. She's really in desperate need of a win.
I really
Hopefully-
hope so.
Hopefully she can get one. Okay. But then the reveal we saw before that, okay, Shauna pulls up basically the same time that Ty and Van were pulling up,
Oh my God, that was Shauna.
which she must have sped there. I know she doesn't live as far as Ty and Van were, but still, she got there really fast.
Yeah,
she like
I agree.
dropped everything. And then we get the cool shot of everyone standing next to each other. And then you see Lottie come up and then the camera turns and goes up and the symbols from above. So
Uh-huh.
cool. So cool.
So cool.
I really
liked
like
a
that.
lot.
Yeah, I mean that is something that's just so neat, and it's just like the map of the symbols made in other symbols, so it's like they're having
It's
so
just
much
those
fun.
little intricate details. Yeah, like they've
Yeah.
been doing a really good job about that.
Okay, so we got a couple more things, so that's that for the episode. Overall, I thought it was a good episode, not as good as the last one, but pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
And yeah, I'm still happy with everything. A couple things we need to get to. So Rainey Johnson, you were talking about there were two different symbols. Now I looked to see the one you were talking about in season 1, episode 5, and it looks to me like the same symbol. So maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. Jules, you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked at it too, and it looks the same to me. Maybe we're looking at the wrong scene or something, but
Either Twitter or Instagram, DM us at Scene Invaders, and then I'll go over it. I just wanted to let you know I wasn't ignoring you. I just can't find it. So I'm sorry. And then also, we have a new segment, Kizenbell's Reddit post of the week. Kizenbell loves getting on Reddit and reading theories, so she's going to send us one every week, and we'll see how it works out. But this one, check this out, Jules. So this is called Walter's Backstory on Reddit. It occurred to me that another connection Walter has to the Yellowjackets, if he's telling the truth, is a near-death experience. The bricks that fell on his head, he mentions, even the experts don't know how I survived. That was when he was talking to Misty. Given Travis's obsession with having an experience like Van and Nat, as well as other things like the plane crash itself, the topic of nearly dying has come up a lot. So I just wonder if it's related to Walter somehow too. Any ideas? And then someone responds to that and says the Yellowjacket symbol is indeed a person half submerged between two worlds, the near-death experience. So I thought that was really cool. You know?
that is really cool. I actually really like that. I feel like that could also play into the theory that like some people think they're not actually alive.
Yeah. Yeah, people do
But-
think that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I would love to see what everybody else thinks about that.
Yeah, let me know. It's time for theories. So, what do you think about the symbol? Were you sad this episode? It was a little bit more dark than
It was
typical.
tough.
Even for Yellowjackets, this was a little rough. I mean, a baby died. Like it's not okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys liked it. Live stream next week, Wednesday, 2,000 subs. Someone wins 3 months of Regal. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.